Hi, beautiful souls. I am Sarah Ariana, and in this video, we are talking about the Lightworkers rising in the energy of February 2024. Let's dive right on in. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. The month of February will be a bit similar to January and how we are going through paradigm shifts and new timelines. The Lightworkers are rising. And what does this mean? For many of us that have gone through these past few years of intense releasing and clearing, and now are moving into a time where we have released the family and friends, the energies, the cycles, the patterns that no longer serve us, or are in the process of doing so. And as this occurs, there are threads that are being released from us as more light then comes in as we propel and move forward into our Lightworker missions and purposes. For those that are not experiencing their mission, their purpose coming online, being activated, this message is to give you hope that it can and will happen. For many of us that have let go of family and friends, there are epiphanies and realizations, especially after this past live Zoom event we had in January, the vibrational healing event. This event helped clear the threads that no longer serve us, the energy, the cycles, the patterns, the family, the friends, and took us a few days, even a week, to integrate this potent, powerful energy. And also for those of you that have booked a session with Beth in Australia, I talked about Beth in the previous video. She has now come forth with an incredible tool called multidimensional healing that dissolves the unconscious patterns within our energy fields and bodies. For myself, when I booked with Beth, it took 2 weeks to fully integrate all of the dissolving that took place. And now that these 2 weeks have passed, and I've also integrated the full moon vibrational healing that occurred with the live Zoom event, you may be experiencing this clarity. You are clear. You are so clear. And for some of us, you never knew that it could be like this. You never knew the amount of light that you have inside of you, and you are reclaiming your power. This is so important for the Lightworkers as we are rising and continuing to do the work of releasing, healing, and clearing. We are reclaiming our power. And with this, especially after this live Zoom event we had in January the 25th, and for those of you that are interested, you can purchase the audio replay on my website at sarahariana.com. For those of you that did take part of this event or listen to the replay already, you may have found that there have been memories, epiphanies, and realizations that have come forward that your family or friends that you once had were holding you back, and also were deliberately, intentionally messing with your mission and purpose. And now that you have these memories that come forth or these realizations, there may be an anger that rises within. Disbelief that this has actually occurred, and your light warrior comes forth. And this is what's interesting. It's with such love and compassion, but your boundaries are set. You're saying no more. And you cut those relationships. You cut the energy, the cycles, and the patterns that no longer serve you. And your energy aligns to your mission and purpose more so than it ever has done before. You feel clear. You feel aligned. And for those of you that are not quite there yet, the Harmonic Egg is an incredible tool wherever you are around the globe, either booking a session in person or remotely. And I also recommend booking a session with Beth. And for those of you who are ready, and you will know in your heart when you are ready to book a session with Beth. For Beth's details, I will post her website in the link below in the description box. For those of you who want to see if the harmonic egg is in your area, I will post the harmonic eggs website in the description box below. And I will also post the link for anyone that would like to listen to the vibrational healing full moon audio replay in the description box below. So February, here we are, and we are reclaiming our power for many of us. And there are also many light workers that are continuing to release, clear, and heal. For those of you that are continuing to clear and release, you may find that the modalities, the holistic healing that you once used for tools no longer works. And this is natural as we release and clear, and we are able to hold more light inside of our vessels. And you are seeking modalities now that are an energetic match to where you are at. This time that we are in is all about the realization of what feels good and releasing what doesn't feel good. It is really tuning into that and becoming hyper aware that when something does occur in your life that is not according to plan, let's say the car breaks down, there's a leak that occurs in the house, whichever it may be, you are also noticing that it doesn't affect you like how it once did. You are more neutral. You are happier in your heart. The energy at hand is that we are moving into embodying divine light, divine love, and divine grace. And with this, the Lightworkers are rising. It is a very exciting time to be on planet Earth. And on February the 24th of 2024 is the next live Zoom event. This is a quantum transmission. And the intention of this live Zoom event is to release the energy, the cycles, the patterns, the threads that no longer serve us as we embrace, embody our light warrior missions and purposes, bringing the healing and alignment into this now moment. To register for the February 2024 quantum transmission, the link is below in the description box. And I have very, very exciting news I have been waiting to share with all of you. Humanity's Guidebook to Ascension. The audiobook is now coming forth. When the Divine Light Collective asked me to bring forth this information for humanity to aid in their ascension, when it came time to bringing forth the books, the audiobook was not in my wheelhouse at all to bring this forth. And it was the very end of 2023 that the information came forth to bring the 3 books from the Divine Light Collective forth in audiobooks. It's time. It's time in 2024. The energy has shifted, and it is time. And when this information came forth, I was quite hesitant, for the avenues that were currently available didn't resonate with my energy. And then in December of 2023, I received a message exactly how to proceed with the audiobooks. And this is for free on YouTube. So this Sunday on February the 4th is the first video that is released for the audiobook. And it's going to be released over 11 videos over the next 11 Sundays. And the reason this audiobook is not released in one video is due to the potency of the frequency and the light codes in the audiobook. Even for all of you that have purchased the book, and I thank you so much for doing so, the audiobook has light codes now that are here to aid you in this now moment. Even if you've already read it, the audio version is to align with your energy right here and right now. There is a video that is released on Saturday to prepare your energy before listening to the audiobook that will be rolled out on Sunday. And I do recommend listening to Saturday's video first. There are tips to help you before listening to the audiobook. I thank you all so much for being here. And I leave this video of the forest and specifically of the moss. The moss here on Vancouver Island is so beautiful right now as we have had huge amounts of rain, and there's layers within the moss that is healing and grounding to help our energy right here and right now. And once again, I thank you all so much for being part of this incredible light-filled community. Blessings of love and light to all. Namaste.